Under the relentless desert sun, a parched landscape stretches into infinity. Alibaba, cloaked in tattered rags, toils relentlessly, his gaunt face etched with hardship. Each movement is a struggle as he gathers meager firewood, a desperate battle against the elements. Sweat streams down his brow, a testament to the oppressive heat and his unwavering determination. The endless desert mirrors the unending struggle etched in Alibaba's weathered features. Under the relentless desert sun, Alibaba toils near a jagged rocky outcrop, the harsh landscape stretching endlessly behind him. The wind howls like a banshee, whipping sand into a blinding frenzy, each gust a torment. A momentary pause in his labor as he squints, his brow furrowed in suspicion, faint at first, then growing. He hears the earth trembling under the distant thunder of approaching hooves. His eyes widen in alarm, the sound heralding an unknown threat across the barren expanse. Beneath the scorching sun, Alibaba claws his way up the rough bark of a lonely desert tree. High in the branches, he peers through the leaves, the vast, unforgiving landscape stretching before him. In the distance, a dust cloud rises, heralding the approach of riders. 40 horsemen, masked and armed, thunder towards the rocky outcrop, their intent as harsh as the desert itself. Under the scorching desert sun, a lone, imposing figure stands before a formidable rock face. Draped in black, the bandit leader's hulking silhouette is stark against the ochre landscape. His shadow stretches long and menacing, a harbinger of the secrets hidden within the stone. The air crackles with anticipation as he prepares to unveil the ancient mystery. His voice, a thunderous roar, shatters the desert's silence. "Open Sesame," he commands, his words echoing through the desolate expanse. Beneath the merciless desert sun, bandits charge toward a dark, gaping cave entrance in a rocky outcropping. The heavy stone door groans and grinds shut, sealing the bandits within, the sound swallowed by the desert's vast silence. Alibaba is left, standing alone amidst the swirling dust, the heavy silence amplifying his isolation. Confusion slowly dawns on Alibaba's face as he stares at the now sealed cave, a prisoner of circumstance in the desolate landscape. The dust devils dance around his sandals, mocking his bewilderment in the face of the bandit's sudden departure. Beneath the relentless desert sun, Alibaba perches in the rocky outcrop, a silhouette against the vast, unforgiving landscape. Anxiety etches deeper lines into his face as the sun begins its slow descent, painting the sky with hues of fiery orange and deep violet. The shadows lengthen, twisting the familiar shapes of the rocks into menacing figures. Each grain of sand seems to mock his vigil as time stretches into an eternity. Hours bleed into the vast expanse of the desert, testing the limits of his endurance. The air cools with the fading light, carrying whispers of doubt and the chilling promise of night. Under the fading desert sun, a crude wooden door creaks open, releasing shadows into the stark landscape. Bandits emerge, their saddlebags heavy with the spoils of their crimes, the weight evident in their swagger. Mounting their horses, they become one with their steeds, their figures bold against the darkening sky. Dust plumes rise as they gallop away, each hoofbeat a drumbeat of lawlessness and escape. Silhouettes shrink against the vast horizon, swallowed by the dusky expanse, leaving only the echoes of their greed. Under the stark moonlight, Alibaba approaches the rocky outcrop in the desert, his steps measured and cautious. The vast, silent expanse of the desert surrounds him, amplifying the weight of his mission. He pauses, his mind racing as he recalls the password, the key to untold riches and hidden dangers. A deep breath steels his resolve as he prepares to speak the words that will alter his destiny forever. Beneath an endless expanse of starlit sky, Alibaba stands silhouetted against a colossal rocky outcrop. The desert wind whispers secrets around him as he faces the unyielding stone. With unwavering resolve, Alibaba utters the ancient command, "Open Sesame." A deep, grinding sound echoes through the stillness as the stone slowly yields. Before him, the dark mouth of a cavern is revealed, promising untold mysteries and dangers. The gateway stands open, an invitation to the unknown. Alibaba steps cautiously into the mouth of the treasure cave, torchlight dancing nervously across his face. His eyes widen, reflecting the unbelievable sight before him. Chests overflow with glittering gold, each coin a testament to unimaginable wealth. Jewels sparkle like captured stars, their brilliance almost blinding. Silks spill out, their colors rich and vibrant in the flickering torchlight. Eerie shadows play across the walls, the secrets of the cave whispering in the darkness. Inside the treasure cave, Alibaba's movements are quick and desperate as he grabs a sack. The heavy gold coins clink as they fill the sack, promising both fortune and danger. His heart pounds, a frantic drumbeat of excitement warring with chilling fear. Each coin added is a step further into a perilous gamble. Under the cloak of night, Alibaba sprints across the desert, his sandals stirring up the silent sands. He casts a furtive glance back, ensuring the ominous cave door is firmly sealed, its secrets locked away. His heart pounds in his chest, a frantic rhythm against the stillness of the desert night. He clutches a sack overflowing with gold, the weight of his newfound fortune pressing against him. His knuckles gleam white in the moonlight, a testament to his desperate grip and the immense weight of his prize. Each grain of sand seems to whisper tales of untold riches and perilous secrets as he flees into the darkness. Inside Alibaba's humble home, a grand gesture unveils a breathtaking sight. His wife's eyes widen, reflecting the opulent treasure now laid bare before her. A gasp escapes her lips, a symphony of awe and disbelief. Glittering jewels catch the dim light, each facet a spark of untold riches. Heaps of gold shimmer, promising a life transformed beyond imagination. In the soft, flickering light of an oil lamp, long shadows dance across the walls of Alibaba's humble home. Alibaba's wife meticulously wraps a cloth around a small bag, her movements filled with purpose. Determination hardens her features as she prepares to leave, the bag clutched tightly in her hand. She hopes to borrow a measuring scale from Cassim, their greedy brother, in order to weigh the gold. She steps towards the door, ready to confront whatever awaits her in the night. The room swims in shadows, cast by the solitary oil lamp, its light barely reaching the corners. Near the doorway, Alibaba's wife moves with a quiet purpose. Cassim observes her every move as she reaches for the scale. His eyes become slits, a flicker of suspicion igniting within them as he watches her actions. The dim light dances across his face, revealing the growing unease etched into his features. The scale gleams faintly in the dimness, a silent witness to the unfolding drama. Inside Alibaba's home, the lamplight casts a warm glow, highlighting the gravity of the moment. Alibaba's wife meticulously weighs the gold coins, her brow furrowed in concentration. Each coin gleams under the soft light, reflecting the weight of their newfound fortune. The clinking of gold against gold echoes in the quiet room, a symphony of hope and anxiety. The room is filled with a palpable tension as the significance of their wealth sinks in. Inside Cassim's home, the scale is returned, its presence heavy with unspoken tension. Cassim lifts the scale, his eyes scrutinizing its every detail in the dim light. His finger traces the bottom of the scale, seeking the telltale sign of wax he placed there earlier. A subtle glimmer catches his eye, a hint of gold clinging to the wax, a secret revealed. His breath hitches, the weight of his greed palpable as the evidence of Alibaba's wealth stares back at him. Flickering lamplight casts long, dancing shadows across the opulent room, hinting at hidden menace. Cassim, a man hardened by greed, looms large, his presence filling the space with unspoken threats. Alibaba's wife shrinks back, her simple dress a stark contrast to the lavish surroundings, her eyes wide with fear. Her hands fidget nervously, betraying her mounting terror as she faces Cassim's wrath. Cassim's voice cuts through the silence, demanding, "Where did the gold come from?" Cassim bursts into Alibaba's humble home, his face a mask of fury. He advances menacingly, each step echoing his rage and intent. Alibaba recoils, fear twisting his features as he shrinks from Cassim's approach. "You thief! Where did you get all this wealth?" Cassim roars, his accusation hanging heavy in the air. Alibaba stammers, his voice trembling with desperation. I can explain. Please, Cassim, don't hurt me." Cornered and terrified, Alibaba reveals, It's a secret cave. A cave filled with treasure. Inside Alibaba's humble home, Cassim's eyes gleam with avarice, ignoring the warnings. He dismisses Alibaba's earnest words, his mind consumed by visions of untold riches. Cassim orchestrates the preparations, his movements frantic with anticipation. Sturdy mules are gathered, their backs soon to bear unimaginable treasures. Each step he takes is fueled by greed, each thought consumed by the allure of wealth. The air crackles with his feverish ambition, a storm of avarice brewing within him. Under the relentless desert sun, Cassim begins his long trek, the endless sands stretching before him like a golden sea. His mules plod onward, their hooves kicking up plumes of dust, each step a testament to their weary resilience. Heat shimmers on the horizon, distorting the air and creating mirages of cool water that taunt the travelers. Cassim shields his eyes, his gaze fixed on a distant rocky outcrop, a beacon promising respite from the sun's harsh glare. The landscape is stark and unforgiving, yet Cassim presses on, driven by a purpose etched into his weathered face. Each grain of sand whispers tales of forgotten empires and lost souls, as Cassim and his mules journey deeper into the heart of the desert. Under the relentless desert sun, a rocky outcrop looms, promising secrets and peril. Cassim appears, his figure stark against the desolate landscape. His eyes gleam with avarice as he gazes upon the cave entrance, a dark maw in the stone. The promise of untold riches fuels his every step toward the hidden depths. Under the relentless desert sun, a lone rocky outcropping rises from the endless sand. Cassim stands before the seemingly impenetrable rock face, his figure stark against the desolate landscape. The air shimmers with heat as he prepares to utter the ancient words. His voice echoes in the stillness, a hopeful command cutting through the silence. "Open Sesame." The rock face remains unchanged, the desert holding its breath in anticipation. Cassim strides purposefully into the treasure cave, his figure a stark silhouette against the glittering depths. Loyal mules laden follow closely behind, their hooves echoing in the cavernous space. Without hesitation, Cassim begins the arduous task of amassing his fortune. Large sacks lay open, awaiting their fill of glittering jewels. Shimmering gold cascades into the bags, reflecting the light in a dazzling display. The cave transforms into a hoard, a testament to Cassim's ambition and relentless pursuit. Inside the treasure cave, Cassim's eyes widen, reflecting the glittering expanse of gold and jewels. He stumbles forward, hands outstretched as if to grasp the very mountains of treasure before him. The sheer volume of the treasure overwhelms him, a sea of riches stretching into the cavern's depths. His initial avarice gives way to dawning panic, a cold dread creeping into his heart. He clutches his head, the weight of his greed crushing him as he desperately tries to remember. The password, once so familiar, now eludes him, lost in the blinding allure of the gold. In the treasure cave, dust motes swirl within the single shaft of light that penetrates the oppressive darkness. Cassim strains against the formidable stone door, his muscles taut, sweat glistening on his forehead. The stone surface remains smooth and unyielding, a silent testament to its ancient secrets. With a final surge of desperation, Cassim cries out, his voice echoing in the cavernous space. "Open, Barley!" The cave holds its breath, awaiting the response to Cassim's plea. Sunlight floods the treasure cave, illuminating mountains of gold and jewels. The vault door remains sealed, a formidable barrier of stone. Cassim's voice echoes through the chamber, a desperate command. Open wheat! The unmoving stone mocks his plea, the treasure remaining tantalizingly out of reach. Inside the treasure cave, shadows dance as Cassim frantically searches his memory, face contorted in desperate concentration. The weight of the unsaid words crushes him as he struggles, his mind a whirlwind of forgotten incantations. His eyes widen in stark realization the magic words remain elusive, lost in the labyrinth of his mind. Panic surges through Cassim as the enormity of his predicament dawns. The cave's riches now a gilded cage. Under the merciless desert sun, a distant dust cloud signals an approaching threat. The bandits emerge from the shimmering heat haze, their silhouettes growing larger with each passing moment. Hooves pound against the parched earth, each beat a drum of impending danger. The rocky outcrop provides scant shelter as the riders draw nearer, their faces grim and determined. Dust billows around the horses' legs, momentarily obscuring the riders in a swirling vortex. The air crackles with tension as the bandits close in, their arrival a storm on the desolate horizon. Under the merciless desert sun, dust devils dance around the bandits' boots as they dismount, their faces grim. The rocky outcrop looms, its shadow a stark contrast to the blinding light. Each step towards the cave entrance is measured, deliberate, a silent promise of violence. Hands hover near hilts, the steel whispering against worn leather. The air grows heavy, thick with unspoken dread. The cave yawns open, a dark maw promising unknown dangers and untold riches. Under the merciless desert sun, a solitary rocky outcropping stands in silent defiance, casting a long, sharp shadow. The endless expanse of sand stretches to the horizon, shimmering with heat and mirages. The air crackles with tension, the only sound the whisper of wind against stone. Suddenly, a chorus of voices shatters the stillness. Hope in Sesame. Inside the treasure cave, a mountain of gold glitters, casting an opulent glow on Cassim, who stands trapped amidst his plunder. Shadows stretch long and menacing as the bandits emerge, their expressions hard, their eyes filled with cold intent. Cassim is cornered, his face etched with a mixture of defiance and despair as he surveys his grim predicament. The bandits advance, closing in on Cassim, the weight of their judgment heavy in the air. A silent standoff ensues, the vast treasure serving as a stark backdrop to the impending confrontation. The treasure cave air is thick with the scent of dust and untold riches. Bandits surge forward, their faces masks of fury and greed. Swords glint menacingly in the flickering torchlight, reflecting the cavern's hidden dangers. Cassim stands his ground as the bandits attack, the clash of steel echoing through the cave. Inside the treasure cave, Cassim reels backward, his hand clutching desperately at his chest. A dark stain spreads rapidly across his shirt, marking the cruel finality of his fate. He collapses heavily to the cavern floor, the glittering treasure around him now meaningless. The bandits, their faces etched with grim determination, turn their backs on the fallen Cassim. His lifeless body serves as a stark and brutal warning amidst the glittering wealth. Under the merciless desert sun, a group of bandits appears on the horizon, figures silhouetted against the harsh light. They ride hard across the barren landscape, their horses kicking up clouds of dust that swirl and dance in their wake. Each bandit's face is concealed, hidden behind masks that render them anonymous and menacing. The rocky outcrop provides a stark backdrop as they disappear into the distance, leaving only silence and the heat of the desert behind. Their departure stirs the stillness of the desert, a palpable tension lingering in the air long after they're gone. The sun beats down on the deserted scene, casting long, ominous shadows that stretch across the sand like grasping fingers. The desert stretches endlessly, its sands rippling under the fierce gaze of the setting Sunday. As the sun dips lower, long shadows crawl across the dunes, painting the landscape in hues of orange and deep purple. Silence descends with the twilight, broken only by the whisper of the wind. a lonely symphony in the vast expanse. The air cools rapidly, and the desert prepares for the stark beauty of the night, a canvas of stars soon to emerge. Inside Alibaba's humble home, shadows sway with the candlelight, reflecting the turmoil within him. Alibaba paces restlessly, his every step echoing the mounting anxiety in the silent room. His gaze darts towards the empty doorway, a furrow deepening on his brow with each passing moment. Worry etches deeper lines onto his face as the night outside grows darker, amplifying his solitude. Beneath the relentless desert sun, Alibaba scans the horizon, his eyes searching for any sign of his brother. He follows the faint tracks of Cassim's mule, each hoofprint a breadcrumb in the vast, unforgiving landscape. The trail leads him towards a jagged, rocky outcrop, a desolate sentinel against the endless sand. Hope and trepidation war within him as he approaches the ominous formation, his brother's fate unknown. Under the relentless desert sun, a rocky outcrop rises, its shadows offering a brief respite from the scorching heat. Alibaba approaches the cave entrance, his silhouette stark against the blinding light. A flicker of disbelief crosses his face as he sees the cave door standing wide open, inviting and ominous. He hesitates for a moment, the silence broken only by the whisper of the wind across the sand. With a deep breath and cautious steps, Alibaba ventures into the cool darkness of the cave. Unsure of what awaits, Alibaba steps into the treasure cave, his breath catching at the sight of unimaginable riches glittering in the light. His triumphant anticipation is shattered as his gaze falls upon Cassim's lifeless body sprawled amidst the jewels. A wave of devastation crashes over Alibaba, the cavernous space now a tomb of broken dreams and shattered hopes. His heart sinks, the weight of loss heavy in the air amidst the glittering, mocking treasure. In the dimly lit treasure cave, Alibaba kneels beside Cassim, the weight of sorrow etched on his face. He gently lifts his brother's lifeless body, each movement filled with a profound sense of loss. With grim determination, Alibaba prepares for the arduous journey, his heart heavy with regret. He exits the cave, bearing the immense weight of Cassim and the crushing burden of his grief. In the dimly lit room of Alibaba's home, shadows dance with the grief that hangs heavy in the air. Alibaba sits hunched, his face a canvas of sorrow, painted by the flickering lantern light. His wife stands beside him, her eyes reflecting a shared pain, her touch a silent solace. Unspoken sorrow fills the humble room, each breath a reminder of their profound loss. Under the relentless desert sun, Alibaba digs with desperate energy, the grains of sand like fiery embers against his skin. Each shovelful is a testament to loss as he prepares a final resting place in the unforgiving landscape. The weight of Cassim's fate bears down on Alibaba as he lowers his brother into the cool darkness of the earth. With a mournful heart, he covers Cassim with sand, sealing away secrets beneath the scorching sky. The morning light paints the worn wooden table in long shadows as Alibaba sits, lost in thought. His face, etched with worry, is illuminated by a single ray of Sunday. A sudden resolve tightens his features, banishing the gloom. His hand clenches into a fist, knuckles white against the aged wood. Determination hardens his gaze, a silent vow made in the quiet of his home. Amidst the bustling city market, Alibaba moves with purpose, his gaze sweeping over the vendors and shoppers. His eyes linger on those etched with worry, their struggles mirroring in their drawn faces. A gentle smile plays on his lips as he begins his subtle acts of kindness. Discreetly, he slips coins into waiting hands, a silent offering of relief. He purchases goods at generous prices, injecting hope into the hearts of struggling merchants. His actions ripple through the market, a quiet wave of compassion in the vibrant chaos. Beneath the relentless desert sun, shadows cling to a band of weathered figures. The bandits, faces etched with grim resolve, huddle closer, their plan for revenge solidifying in the sweltering heat. The wind, a howling beast, whips sand into a frenzy, mirroring the turmoil in their hearts. Each grain stings like a fresh insult, fueling their burning desire for retribution. Their eyes, narrowed against the sun and the storm within, reflect a thirst that only vengeance can quench. Under the inky cloak of night, shadows lengthen as the bandits silently converge upon Alibaba's unsuspecting home. Each footfall is measured, each breath held, as they move with predatory stealth. Unseen, a loyal servant watches, his eyes keen and alert, a silent guardian against the encroaching darkness. Anticipation hangs heavy in the air as the servant prepares, his resolve hardening against the impending threat. The house sleeps, unaware of the danger that circles it, a peaceful facade masking the tension within. A silent battle of wits begins. Loyalty and malice poised for a deadly confrontation under the watchful eyes of the moon. Under the relentless desert sun, Alibaba stands his ground, a solitary figure against the vast, unforgiving landscape. The last of the bandits loom before him, their shadows stretching long and menacing across the scorching sand. Heat shimmers off the dunes as the standoff intensifies, the air thick with unspoken threat. Alibaba's face is set with grim resolve, a silent promise of defiance etched in every line. Under the relentless desert sun, Alibaba stands defiantly against the horizon, a lone figure facing a sea of bandits. Steel clashes against steel, each strike echoing in the vast emptiness, as the battle erupts in a whirlwind of sand and fury. Sweat pours down Alibaba's face, his determination unwavering as he meets the bandits' onslaught with fierce resolve. The air vibrates with the sounds of war, a symphony of desperation and courage played out on the sands of fate. Beneath the relentless desert sun, Alibaba stands as a beacon of hope, sweat beading on his brow as he gazes upon the defeated bandits strewn across the sands. A triumphant cry tears through the silence as he raises his hands, a symbol of victory against the harsh landscape. The glint of recovered treasure promises a secure future for his family, a stark contrast to the desolation around him. Within the city walls, Alibaba transforms his wealth into a lifeline, funding projects that breathe life into the community and uplift his fellow citizens.